Well, here we go again. All aboard the green agenda train, everyone. Let's begin. I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like for the last 5 years, or maybe 10 actually, that either councils or the government itself have been obsessed with helping the environment, which might not sound too bad on the surface, until that is the rules start affecting our daily lives, which looks certain to be the case here, if this story is anything to go by.
Oh really? Well, the planet is more important than your car. Oh, I hate the smug one.
Well, just you remember that the next time it's hailing and you need a lift. Anyway, I heard recently that if you click the subscribe button down there, then an eco-idiot's bum will explode the next time he gives a speech, so why not give it a push? The article says that fuming residents have blasted the council's work £500,000 scheme to scrap parking spaces to make way for new cycle hangars. Drivers say that the plans to create 150 hangars will mean that they are unable to park outside their homes, despite paying £60 to £385 per year for a permit. And they claim that some cycle units, which store up to 6 cycles at £60 each per year, so making up to £360, have been placed in the middle of car permit spaces by Green Council in Brighton and Hove. Ellie Reid, who's 34, of Brighton, said, "These hangars are a cynical ploy to raise more cash for the council officers. It's a perfect example of yet another pet project by a woke Green Council that just doesn't make sense." Hove resident Laura King said, "This seems to be another weapon in the Greens' aim to push motorists out of the city." Now, I know this may be an unthinkable, maybe actually radical idea, but I guess people could store the bikes in their houses. I mean, that's not too far-fetched, is it? Either that or maybe lock into lampposts, as often seen around my area. Until that is, of course, someone breaks the lock and they get nicked, but storing them in these cycle hangars, it surely isn't going to prevent that much, is it? Unless, of course, they come equipped with CCTV. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but does anyone else think that the green agenda is starting to trump common sense? Especially with the highway code, for example. In January, I think it was last refreshed, where it seemed to prioritise pedestrians and cyclists, which in itself might not sound bad until you realise that in essence it's kind of making it more dangerous for them, because I'm pretty sure from what I remember there was a section in there which said in slow moving traffic that they're the ones with priority, which surely means that us people who drive cars will have to keep our eyes out for any people who want to test our brakes for us. And also with cyclists, apparently now, even though the council spends a lot of money on dedicated cycle paths for them, they don't have to use them if they don't want to, and instead can actually ride in front of us in the middle of our lane when there's a perfectly good cycle lane right next to them, which is just a bit madness in my opinion. And now this is the latest thing. And remember, we're the ones who's paying for all this in the end, aren't we? Brighton and Hove City Council plans to create 150 cycle hangars by 2023, creating 900 bike spaces. Councillor Steve Davis said cycle hangars provide people in homes with little or no space or an opportunity to store bikes safely. Well, yeah, because bikes take up plenty of space, don't they? Especially, you know, those new modern folding ones that a lot of people tend to have nowadays to commute to work. Anyway, sarcasm aside, hopefully they might soon start paying attention to things like in this video, where they must have been completely shocked considering the 20 mile an hour speed limit zones. Anyway, subscribe for more and I'll see you in the next one.